Good afternoon and welcome to Purchase Broadcast Studios. I'm your host, Landeros. Purchase College often advertises sustainability as one of the main focuses of the campus's mission. Over the last few months, updates related to environmental issues have been gradually implemented, such as the bioswale that was constructed behind a residential building, Fort Awesome, to mitigate surface runoff water, or the installation of plastic-free vending machines. Chartwells, the dining service used by the school, also prides itself on sustainable practices. These practices include locally sourcing ingredients and energy conservation efforts, according to the company's website. Both the sustainability team and the Chartwell staff at Purchase have collaborated on initiatives, which is what will be the focus of our conversation today. We'll touch on a rollout of residential composting programs, as well as how our dining location handles waste, climate-friendly menu options, and a switch to mostly paper goods. We'll also talk briefly about some struggles, such as the lack of an industrial dishwasher in the main dining hall, which has put sustainability goals on hold for several years. I'm joined by Grace Afflerbach, the Sustainability Coordinator at Purchase College, and Dominic Marino, the Chartwells Marketing Manager for the school. So just to start off with you, Grace, how long have you been with the school, and what exactly does your position entail for people who aren't familiar?
I've been here a little under 2.5 years, and basically my job entails all things sustainability. My boss is a senior energy manager, so he deals with energy, as his title implies, but then the rest is sort of up to me. I know that's very general, but it is. It's general.
Oh, good. Same to you, Dom.
Yeah, so I'm the marketing manager for Purchase Dining. That's a little bit of almost everything from little pop-up events, big events, social media management, and then doing these interviews with students, whether it's this type of interview, newspaper for the Purchase Phoenix, also just trying to collaborate across campus with different student groups, what have you, just kind of being the voice for Purchase Dining.
Okay, awesome. This is for you, Grace. Have you noticed an increased emphasis on sustainability from administration since you've been at Purchase?
Yeah, so my position wasn't new when I started, and thankfully everyone on administration has been supportive of our sustainability goals. And there's also been a push from student administration, which helps.
Awesome. And for you, Dom, how does Chartwells push sustainability within a company? How do you guys collaborate or whatnot?
Yeah, so across the company, we'd have sustainable efforts, whether it's sourcing from local farms or even getting things. There's an executive order that came out from New York, that's Executive Order 32, which requires New York State institutions to source more local products each year. So at the market, you'll find things like locally sourced juices from Red Jacket and little things we're starting to bring in like that.
Okay, awesome. And for you, Grace, let's talk about the rocket. What exactly is the rocket for the people who don't know what it is?
Sure. So the rocket is an in-vessel composting machine. And previously, before this past summer, pre-consumer food scraps from the hub were being fed into the rocket, and the finished product was being brought to the native plant garden, which is behind the dance building. Do you want me to talk about what it's doing now?
Yeah.
Okay. So now it's still all student run, and it was funded by the green fee, which is part of the mandatory student activity fee.
Mm-hmm.
So now our current compost master, her name is Robin, she's a student, she started a pilot program for the old apartments. And the idea with that is to get composting done from food waste that's produced by students in their dorms and apartments. So the pilot program started at at the old, and there are plans to expand to more than just the old.
Awesome. And for you, Dom, can we talk about the use of paper goods on campus, as well as the climate-friendly label on certain food items, the implementation of it?
Yeah, so over the summer, we looked at a lot of the vessels, containers that we have across campus, and looked at where we could replace plastic with paper, because it is a little bit more sustainable. So we switched out the cups, what the chips are served in from the deli, how you get your pastries at the hub. They don't come in single-use plastics anymore, various other things at the hub, and even at the dining hall now we have compostable utensils and things like that. So we're looking, even today we switched out from plastic souffle cups that you put the ketchup in or the honey mustard that is apparently so loved, to paper like you'd find at like McDonald's or what have you. So there's less plastic at the dining hall as well. And then what was the second part to the question?
As well, the climate-friendly label on certain
Right.
food items. What
So,
does it mean, or how
yeah.
has it been implemented?
Yeah, so we use that. We have a system in our recipe system, I guess is what I'm trying to say, that produces those labels for us and lets us know what ingredients we should be labeling. And then we can even go in as far as to check the box and find, if we want to focus on, like have a night where we're focusing on climate-friendly foods, we can check a box in our system and it will upload all these different recipes we can use. So it makes it easy for us to choose sustainable recipes.
Okay, awesome. As well, Grace, have you noticed an emphasis on sustainability given the change at the Rocket recently? As in, like, what does the hub waste go now or whatnot?
Sure. So over the summer, we have a new waste contract. So we have a new company that's hauling our waste away. And in the contract, it includes composting. So now pre and post-consumer food scraps from both the hub and the dining hall are taken away by this third party. They're Suburban Carting is the name of the company, and they take our food waste to Sustainable Materials Management, which is in Cortland Manor,
Okay, awesome.
and that's for industrial composting.
As well, let's just finish and talk about the dishwasher issue. Do either of you want to jump in on what's been going on and how it's been affecting like both sides of your jobs, I guess?
Sure, yeah. So, I mean, I've only been here for a couple, this is my 4th semester, so a couple years now. And ever since I've started, I've been saying the dishwasher is coming, I promise. But it keeps kind of getting pushed back just due to like bureaucracy things, not being ready to go on a state level type situation. Like we're ready to go on our side, and I'm pretty sure the sustainability committee is too. We're just waiting for some signatures to get signed, it sounds like. So with that, we have like an Aussie program where it's a to-go container that students, what they do is they put a deposit down for, I think it's maybe $5, and then they can reuse those, and then they get the deposit back once they return the final one at the end of the semester. And then that's how we would use the dishwasher there. And then we'd have china and the like glass plates in the main dining hall, as well as like real silverware, things like that. We'd get away from all the plastic, and we'd have cups and things like that back. So there'd be no paper cups, no paper plates. We'd get back to actual plates, utensils, things like that.
Grace, have you been doing anything on your side to support the movement on this at all?
It is it's out of our hands at this point. Obviously, reuse is better than composting or recycling, so I don't think anybody is against, like nobody wants this to have been taking as long as it has been taking. Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Thank you, Dom and Grace, for joining me today. This was Purchase Broadcast News, and have a great rest of your day.